It is a beautiful day. There are minimal clouds in the sky. It's very sunny. I feel like I'm talking about the weather as small talk because I'm nervous right now. I still get nervous when I record videos, but that's okay. So I wanted to talk a little bit about being disconnected, staying disconnected, staying off my phone, heavily limiting my social media use, and how that's been going for me so far. And I feel like it's such a topic that's constantly being discussed, so I don't know, I guess I fear that it might be a bit of a boring topic. But I mean, I don't want to just talk about technology and social media. I just been cherishing being more in the present moment than I ever have in my life. And I think I've been pretty good about being a mindful person over the past few years, but I just feel like I'm taking it to another level. I just want to do more. I want to do more, ironically. I want to do more being, or I want to just be more. I want to focus on being more than doing. I just want to quiet the noise, and I feel like I really enjoy living inside my head. And I feel like I'm grateful to be able to say that, because I know so many people and I work with so many people who fear being alone, being alone with their thoughts. Like they have to be listening to something all the time or just stimulated by something all the time, and they cannot be alone in their thoughts because it freaks them out. And I just can't relate to that at all. I want to be in my head. That's what I look forward to at the end of the day. And maybe it's a matter of, someone who's extroverted versus more introverted, but I feel like it's because I've achieved this inner peace. It's so peaceful inside my head. It's so peaceful within. And that's what I want to do. I just want to retreat, and I just want to be with my thoughts, and I want to think and daydream and sit and just be. I'm so content with that. And staying off my phone is what has drastically helped that. But it's hard in the sense that I realize, so for example, over the weekend, I was away for the weekend. I stayed in an Airbnb all weekend out in the Kentucky Red River Gorge, so out in the woods basically. It's literally my favorite travel that I do. Out of all the places I've been, and even the countries I've traveled to, just getting away for the weekend, it's like my home away from home. Because it's not far. It's only an hour from town from where I live, but we're secluded, and it's quiet, and life there is simple, and it's not in the city, and it's just land, lots of land. There's mountains, and space between the houses, space between the neighbors. I don't even see people. I will have two houses. The Airbnb I stay at, I will have two houses next to me, and I won't even see people still. It's just so peaceful, and you just feel so isolated, but in the best way possible. And I didn't speak to a soul when I was there. Nobody out in public. Didn't make any friends with strangers. Didn't really go out in public other than to eat, maybe once or twice. And that's what I wanted. And I wanted to have that energy. I wanted to translate that energy that I felt there, that peace and that quietness, when I got back home. And I'm trying, but I realize it's hard because it's just an automatic, it's a default. When I'm back here, and I don't even live in that big of a city, but I'm in the city. There's a main road behind me right now with cars passing by, and that doesn't necessarily bother me, but I'm just saying that obviously, like, I work too, and, you know, I need my phone a lot for work because I'm always messaging clients. So it's so much harder to just, like, stay disconnected. Like, on Monday morning when I got back and I was, you know, heading to work, and I was, like, in the elevator, I just noticed myself, like, being uncomfortable in the elevator for a second and just, like, looking at my phone. And I'm like, what? I don't want to be looking at my phone. Like, I can take the elevator ride up from the first floor to the third floor without glancing at my phone. But it's because I'm always, like, it's like default. I'm like, oh, well, you know, business, or like making money, or the grind, or message this person back, or check the email, or check the schedule. Like, I mean, everything, that's what everything is based off of. Scheduling, talking to people, responsibilities. So it's like I'm constantly having to, like, check in, it feels like. And I just want to be checked out. And I was so checked out over the weekend. And as soon as I get back to town, I notice that it's a lot harder to check out. But I have been still doing great at it, but there's definitely more noise here, and, you know, it's not much in my control. Like, I you know, I have to do when I'm here, and I love the doing that I do. I love my career. It's my calling, and I love every day. I just want it to feel as simple and joyful as possible. That's how I want every day to feel. And slow, simple, joyful, and slow. That's what I'm aiming for. Soft. I want to live a soft, slow life. Like, when I was away for the weekend, I was cooking dinner with my husband, and normally, I enjoy the art of cooking, but it normally feels like a chore, because at home it's like, what am I gonna eat? It's everything. It feels like efficient, and it's like, again, like a task. It just feels like a task when I'm home. Versus when I was there, I was, like, cutting up a zucchini, and I was taking my time cutting a zucchini, and it was so nice, because I don't normally do that. Normally I'm like, let's hurry, like, get this chopped up and, like, you know, thrown on the pan and get it done, and then got to clean up afterwards. That's the worst part, is cleaning up afterwards. The process of making dinner, it took longer than we expected, but it was like maybe an hour and a half. It took a while. Regardless, it was so enjoyable to just take my time without having anything to do, or anywhere to be, or anywhere to rush to. I was like, I'll sit here and watch this zucchini for, like, you know, a full 60 seconds. Like, why the hell not? You know, and then take my time chopping it, and then, like, clean up as I go. And I was even enjoying cleaning when I was there, like, doing the dishes, like, especially doing the dishes. I do enjoy cleaning. I definitely enjoy the way it makes me feel afterwards, but just, like, the dishes, like, at home, the dishes make me want to cry. But when I was there, I was, like, enjoying doing the dishes, because it's like, well, I'm doing it because I, like, choose to do it, or I don't know. The vibe was so much different there. But anyways, I've been taking time away from social media. I haven't logged on TikTok in probably a week or two, and TikTok for me is more of just, like, for fun. TikTok makes me laugh. Ideally, TikTok makes me laugh, so that's why I like it. But I haven't scrolled on there, and I haven't even thought about clicking on it. Like, I realize that I don't care that much. Like I said, I just want to retreat away from that. And then Instagram too. Instagram is the most challenging one, because I feel like that's where the people in my social circle probably, like, connect the most. Sharing online in general, just, I don't know, I struggle with it, because I feel like for some of the things that I have wanted to achieve, or things that I've applied for, like public speaking, or you know, putting on a talk of some sort, it's good to have a platform and, like, a brand for yourself. You know, I've got, you know, my website, my blogs, videos that I make, like, whatever, right? Like, that can certainly help with just marketing and creating a brand for yourself. But it's just like, I just don't have a desire to do that anymore, at least not right now. And I just feel like I get no benefit from social media. It's nice to connect with my friends online, but I can connect with them offline. Like, I'm at the point in my life where I know who my friends are, and I'm secure within myself and my friendships, to where I don't feel like I need social media in order to, like, stay in touch with my friends. Like, I'll shoot them a message, or I'll send them photos, you know, during my travels, like I'll text it to them. Birthdays, like that's another just silly example. Like I don't want to only remember it's my friend's birthday because it was on Facebook, you know? And like, you know, it's hard to keep up with dates, and especially in my case, I feel like I have a lot of information input throughout my weeks with my job. Like I try to remember as many details as I can about my clients because I feel like it's just important for me to do that personally. You know, I want to remember their husband's name, or, you know, their dog's name, or so it's hard for me to remember, you know, names as soon as I meet people, or, you know, everybody's birthday. Like, you know, it's valid. I don't want to set the expectation too high for myself. Like my friend told me it was going to be her birthday in September the other day, and I said, when in September? Like, let me pull it out in my phone and put your birthday in my phone so I can be prepared ahead of time, and I'm not logging on Facebook and being like, oh shit, it's so-and-so's birthday. That will allow me to be more intentional in my life. By getting rid of social media, I have no other option to be more engaged and present and intentional with everything that I do, because you have to stay more connected, like in real life. And also getting rid of social media, I know I just kind of glazed over that. That's something I'm considering doing. I do kind of know what's holding me back. I'm not quite there yet. I am definitely changing my relationship with it. So to circle back to my point from the beginning is I just like don't log on. I just like will go through my days and just not log on at all. Or if I do log on once a day, it'll be maximum like maybe a minute. Like my husband's online, and you know, he promotes his business online, so I want to like see what he's doing and stuff. But that's the thing, is he can show me that without me having social media. I just realized that I'm just not interested. I'm just not interested in sharing. I'm not interested in seeing what other people are doing. I don't remember any of it, right? Like if you post a story, like who genuinely is going to remember it 24 hours later? Who's like thinking about it, you know? And some sort of validation comes from it, no matter what. In my case, that's how I feel. Like I feel like my main source for sharing things online is out of inspiration of some sort, or is so that I can share like some wisdom, or, you know, I don't know, share something creative, like photos that I take. I just love taking photos of nature in particular. But like that's another thing too. I'm like, well, I want to watch a sunset without feeling like I have to take a photo, but it's so beautiful and it's like art to me, and so I want to capture it, and I don't have to share it online for people to see necessarily. I can just capture it on my own. But like for me, that's like it's hard, because that's where I struggle. I'm like, it's a creative outlet for me in a lot of ways. I just don't want my phone to feel attached to me anymore. You know, I want to come out here and sit on my patio and leave my phone inside and not think about it. And that's what I've been doing. I've been doing things like that, or leaving my phone downstairs and going upstairs to do whatever for a few hours and not responding right away. Just want to quiet the noise, and I want to slow down, and I want to feel more regulated, and I want to be more than I want to do, and I want to continue to stay disconnected, because again, I realize that I don't care. I don't care what other people are doing. I don't feel like I'm missing out when I'm not online. I don't know. All right. That felt like a lot. Let's talk about some lighthearted things. So what have I been up to? So I went away for the weekend. That was nice. This weekend I am seeing Wiz Khalifa in concert. That's so random, but that should be a fun one. I'll be going to the lake and going to my friend's lake house later this summer. I've been reading some, but I just ordered a fiction book because it's been great reading, you know, the deep philosophy that I've been reading, but I feel like I need just like something fun, like a story to follow, a little thriller mystery. So I'm excited to get into that. I did my first pull-up the other day at the gym. That was exciting. I've been working, well, actually I haven't been working toward it. I really haven't been practicing other than just practicing with my friend more recently. That was just really satisfying to be able to pull myself up finally, especially with like a wide grip, not, you know, a chin up, but more of like a wider grip. And I've been boxing too. I box every week. And I learn technique. It's not just the cardio, it's, you know, I try to learn technique, and I want to actually learn how to fight. So I've been sparring a little bit with my coach and with some dudes. I've been sparring with dudes. It's good practice, I guess, and it is exhausting, but it makes me feel so powerful and badass, honestly. It does make me feel that way. Like, I kind of want someone to test me and, you know, we could throw some hands. I'm just kidding. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna go on with my day. It was nice to connect. Thanks for listening, and farewell.